Hello everybody, it's your old past SLOSMASHN with another fantastic tale of smashing and bashing. It's SLOmotion. And in this tale, overhead punch, special delivery. We got a delivery rack for the Himiway, yeah. So I was originally gonna go with the front basket for the Himiway, but once I caught wind of people having issues with the fitment of the light just hitting like the suspension, the front suspension fork or something is bouncing on the light housing, I didn't really want to tinker with it and have that problem. So I started thinking, that basket was a little bit too small anyway, especially for something like that, yeah. Or that, yeah!
Hulk smash!
Or even this tent scale, like crawlers even. My point being is this gigantic delivery rack was a better option than that small front basket, because as cool as this is and everything, and as universal and as good as it looks with it on there, I couldn't fit only but one like tent scale RC or other similar sized things, I like boxes or what have you. Don't get me wrong, because this rack that comes with the Himiway Escape is great and it's my default go-to rack to use. And I love this thing and it looks cool and it functions good for smaller items. You'll notice right here that I took the wooden thing off because it's easier to get like bungees and straps to wrap around the bar frames when you're mounting various things on here. In this case it would be RC, yeah! And also you notice I put these star knobs on here, and on the bottom right here I put like these little wing nut things so I could do all of this, take all of this off with my hands, my fingers, instead of having to use tools, because having like two separate like a socket and an Allen wrench sucks taking this off. The reason why I want to have this modularity to take it off is because I want to keep using this one as my primary, and I want to be able to swap racks to delivery racks, because with this thing defaulted on, you'll later see it just makes the Himiway, this takes away the beauty. It makes it look ugly with that thing on, but to use it when you need it, it's perfect. So thus bringing us to this, we can be modular and just swap this thing out on the go and put it on. That was what we're gonna do right now. Now. And I also put those plastic stars on there so I could take out this light, because you gotta take this light out too, unfortunately, when you're switching racks. And here are the nuts that I used, and this makes it so much easier. I could take it off like really quick right here. Those are for the lights, and these are for the racks. Right here you see the wing nuts and the wheel stars. You can get these like on Amazon or hardware stores. And then it just slides out. Alright, slight problem, slight issue right here. Probably can't work around it, but you see this little groove right here where it slides in, like right here, like this. This is the original one that comes with right here. You can see it's just much wider. They didn't really manufacture it to the same spec, so this doesn't necessarily, the new piece doesn't slide over like it should. You see what I mean right here? It's just not sliding in. Whereas this one, the original one that came with, this slides right in with like plenty of room to spare. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sucks, but we'll figure it out. Alright, I think I figured it out here. The tolerance is just a little tight or just not measured right. I had to take this thing and just bend it ever so slightly just so it would clear. And you can see even that paint scuff before when it came to me, it just wasn't going on there. And the way that this goes on, it's supposed to slide on like the original, and you have the light just dangling right there, so you gotta put it in between. Before, it couldn't even go through where I'm putting it right now because it was so tight. And it just slides right there, and now it slides on like it's supposed to. And you could just take your light right here and just see those tabs right there, just put them on right there like the other one. You can see right here, quality control. Mine is all bent up a little bit. So this thing, if you get it, it's gonna require some TLC. You might have to bend it. Hopefully you get a good one now. Kinda sucks, but we make it work. You make it work, just smash it a little bit. And I hate just reaching out to manufacturers and having them get straight things right. I'm sure they don't like it. I don't like it either as a consumer, but we made it work. Alright, damn! They had another issue. I thought I was gonna thread on. You see I got these two cross ones right here, and this one even's good because the hole lines up, but this one, the hole doesn't line up. Look at that. So I'm gonna have to like make it work and smash it a little and just get the old Dremel or something and just lighten it up so I can shift it a little bit, but that sucks. Yeah, making it work. Alright, so you know what, I really didn't have to mess with it too much. I just kind of just took a little bit, just a tiniest amount, and I was able to get the bolts after the shifting and shimmying them in there. Still not the cleanest cuts on this thing, but they do work. Making it work. Alright, boom shakalaka, not too bad. We got it working. Look at that though, baby's got some back now. Yeah, look at that. Big old cargo, massive space right there. I made it work right here. These things went on there. I didn't even tighten them down just enough. I could tighten it more even. It got a little bit of slack because I did have to bend that thing because this thing didn't have enough clearance originally, and it did scuff my paint right there. But it will work if you just squish it up a little bit, or hopefully you got one of the better quality ones and it just slides right on like the stock rack. But this thing works. For my purposes, it's going to be perfect and it's going to hold the weight. You just got to mind. I wouldn't put too much heavy stuff on this thing, like a person riding, or like rocks or anything, or like really heavy like things you'd want to just haul with this thing. But other than if you stay underneath the recommendations, I'd probably even stay a couple pounds lesser than the recommendations that they say. I think it's like 60 pounds, maybe 80. I definitely wouldn't load 80 pounds on this. 60 pounds, and maybe if I had to, I think I'd stay closer to like 50 to 40 pounds on this thing, because you see that slack is right there, and this thing is relatively easy to bend. Because speaking of bending, the tab for the light right here, I did have to bend just to move or be able to mount that on there, and that wasn't too big of a deal. And check it out, the brake light still works. That's pretty cool. And I was able to slide that light through there like I mentioned earlier. And there is the original rack, which we love it. I love it. It's good for smaller loads, but look at that massive upgrade that you get with the delivery rack for the Escape right here. It's just a big improvement right there, and definitely gives baby back. Yeah, I like big e-bikes that I cannot ride with big racks. Yeah, well, look at that difference right there. That's good. Boom shakalaka, look at that, 2/10 scale crawlers right there, fit great in this thing. I would even put a third one in there, which, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that. And boom, it just swallows it up with the delivery rack of RC crawlers. Yeah, you know, I'd feel comfortable doing that. I would just use my bungees that I have in my bike bag and just strap them over, because you got so many open spots right here. I mean, you can get creative, use Velcro straps, bungees, rope, whatever, and this thing would not go anywhere. And this, I'd be comfortable. It's like probably at 30 pounds most, or just under 30 pounds between the three of them right there, and yeah, it would be great. It just perfectly fits my needs, what I thought I would want and like right there, versus that basket, because that basket I wouldn't be able to do this. What else could I fit in there? Well, boom, there's an Armor Creighton right there, big old 8 scale. For those of you that don't know, take my word, it's a big RC right there. I mean, you could look at the Himiway and then look at this thing right here. It fits up that rack right there. It just perfect. I mean, you could even, if you want to get creative, you could strap some more. Take old Freddy K right here, as long as you got the straps, right? And you just put it on there. And weight-wise, like I said, that's probably still under 30 pounds. It's not that much, at least what this thing's rated for. And you could just ride off into the sunset and enjoy these things. But what else, you might ask? Boom shakalaka. A lot of your creators out there like to carry cameras, because you need cameras to create things. Here's like a bunch of like a big GoPro bag right here. You can fit like 4 of these things right here and just put all kinds of stuff. But what else they say? You could grab one of these arcade bar stools and just stick it on here. Actually, you probably get like 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them. Just strap them on there, right off into the sunset, and enjoy your bar stool, and just eat like crumpets or like whatever you like to look at sunsets, if you look at sunsets, or just take pictures. Alright, enough bibble bow. Let's get into some smashing action and test out this bike with the big rack. I got big back that I cannot ride. Yeah, no. There were no problems. I even loaded up another crawler just to have like fun and other tail footage right there, and it held it all. I probably could load this thing at least one other. I'd be confident in loading up. Oh yeah, by the way, what I use to secure these things, twisted ties and bungees. Yeah, I think I like the twisties better though. You can get them like at a hardware store, Amazon. So the Himiway is a beast. It's like a hauling beast, fun, off-road, all-terrain bike. And the rack is working great. One thing, aside from being kind of ugly and junk in a trunk, unless you like that look, is that it does add weight when you load in the back. And you can feel it when you're riding this bike and when you're driving, and the characteristics, dynamics just change. So just have that in mind. But it's still manageable. It's just not as nimble and as fun when there's no load back there. Alright, new spot, little light off-roading right there. If you can see right by there, that rack just held it fine. A little more squiggly, but that's to be expected. The Himiway handles it great, I think. And there's a barking dog that says, no, it's not. But anyway, Traxxas Widemaxx V2, yeah, smashing action. Man, you gotta get one thing. If you're gonna do RC and film it, get good cardio, because you gotta be running and chasing that thing. Look, sacred stones! Himiway Delivery Rack does what a rack should. Overall, I'd say B, B+. It works, but quality control issues get swarmed out. You can make it work. Yeah, it works good otherwise. I like it. Back to my counterpart. Alright, welcome back. Hope you all enjoyed that smashing action with the Delivery Rack Himiway Escape. I like it. I knew what I was getting into. I just didn't know about those imperfections, but that's not a big deal because we got it working. You make it work. Yeah, I don't have to start a claim and wait for like weeks or months to get a new part or for them not understanding you what the problem is. But we got it working, and it does exactly what I thought it would do. Carry RC, carry camera equipment, carry miscellaneous things, as long as you're not putting stupid heavy weight on there like a person, human being, like a little person on there, or like weights. You get the point. It works. It's great. I love it. But y'all let me know downstairs in comments below. Did you like it with your pass, or if you could be guaranteed not to get one that was this all like scruffy and this imperfected, let me know downstairs. Because until next day, smash the bell, smash the thumb, subscribe if you had to already, because we are Himiway's got a lot of back smashing out.
Smashing.